My name is Laura Auer. This is Darnestown, Maryland. We bought this house in 2024. I believe it was built 1984. So it was about 40 years old when we bought it. We completely gutted the kitchen. We moved the windows, we opened up walls, we took away closets with the help of W Kitchen and Bath and their amazing team. It was very dated. It was dark and enclosed. It had reach-in pantries that you couldn't really access space. It also had some significant dangers to it. It had the stove right at the edge of the island, and it was electric. So if somebody had come in and touched it, not knowing, so that was a big point to move the stove out of reach of little children, and then the unavoidable guest leaning on a hot stove. And it just was very crowded and dark, and it didn't really make sense to how they positioned. The fridge was tucked in a corner, very small. The cabinets were dark. I looked on the internet and then I read the reviews, and a lot of the team had gotten really amazing reviews, which isn't often that you can find a company where you just see wonderful review and the next one's even better than the one you read before. And I liked the brands that they carried. So I went in and looked in the showroom and spent several, almost 100 or more hours going back and forth with the design. At least my husband kept track. So yeah, just going back and forth and making sure everything was exactly how we wanted it. On the computer, I had printouts of it. I had swatches. 3D models. If I asked something, the change was made and I got to see it. And if something looked off and I felt it was off, I said something. Or if the design team felt it was off, they said something. And in the end of the day, everything's perfect. Very easy to work with, answered every question, anticipated my questions. So I know what you're gonna ask, and they had an answer for me, so that was amazing. Anytime I asked something, I felt like it was thoroughly addressed. No stone was left unturned. It just was a very thorough process. It was fine. The cabinets were delivered and they came and said what they were going to do, and they worked hard to make sure that everything fit together, and if something was off, they fixed it, and there was no issue for me whatsoever. And we made a change in the process. We made a couple of changes and just made the kitchen better, so they were flexible with letting us adapt to what the kitchen needed to be fully functional. Very courteous, very respectful. We have little kids, we had a dog. They made sure they didn't interfere with our daily life at all. They cleaned everything. They were efficient, and I could tell they were very skilled at what they were doing. Much nicer to cook in this kitchen where you have everything exactly where you want it. You've thought everything out. You don't have to struggle to get the pot from the back corner. And everyone who comes here, whenever we have people over, they just stay and we all sit in the kitchen, which is maybe not the most comfortable because of the bar stools, but everybody just feels relaxed and they stay. And for parties, people stay in the kitchen. They leave the rest of the house empty and we all stay here. The kids love it here. They eat at the island all the time. So my husband loves to cook. So he does all the cooking in the kitchen, and anyone, if we have family and they're cooking, they're just relaxed because it's an easy kitchen to cook in. It's happy. I know that's a word that people, when they come here, they're kind of in shock when they see the kitchen, but they also say it feels happy in here, and as opposed to when it was just dark. Utmost professionalism, very courteous, very responsive, very respectful. Everybody who they sent here, from the counters to the cabinet install to the design team that we worked with, very respectful, very friendly and outgoing to my family. Most people have moved away. A few are still here. More of the older generation has stayed, whereas the younger ones have moved away. Actually, on the road that I live on now, I had two friends living in this neighborhood when I was a child. I used to catch the bus in this neighborhood. So it just feels very comfortable here. It's very peaceful, familiar. Anybody who says anything about a kitchen, like, oh, we want to do our kitchen. Oh, what did you think about, like, how did you think to do this? I definitely tell them that this is where we got our kitchen done, and we had a couple bathrooms done too. And I absolutely would recommend, and I would even want to be part of the process too, because I loved it so much.